Hey, what's going on, family? Sister Michelle here. Yep, doing another video for y'all. You know how I drop my videos. I love you all so much. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, helping me grow my channel. You know you all mean the world to me. Your sister got your back 2022. No narc zone. I'm wishing you love and light on your present journeys and all your journeys in the future. You know I love you. You know you're wonderful, brilliant, phenomenal, and gorgeous people. Yes, you are. I think it, and I'm always saying thank you once again for growing my channel. This video right here is about the narcissist and the discard. And the reason for the discard, we talk a lot of times, of course, why the narcissist discards us. Well, we know that's something they do to everyone. They never sustain anything for a long period of time. Well, we know that. Well, let's get on the other side of why you're being discarded or have been discarded by a narcissist. Really, that part is really about you. Well, that's what I'm talking about today. You're a part of the discard, not necessarily the narcissist. Who gives a damn what they think? Shit, nobody needs to be discarded more than their ass, and I said it, YouTube, don't block me. Listen, this video right here is about the fact that if you have been discarded by a narcissist, or you feel like you're in a period of time where you feel like you're about to be discarded, it's really because the season is up. And the narcissist is not supposed to go to you to your new season. I didn't understand that. Let me tell you something. I found this out myself personally more than anything, I've been through on this topic, more than I have realized that maybe today. I ran into the narcissist sister. And I hadn't seen this particular sister because they're different siblings for a long period of time. Just so happened to run into her. Just so happened that my son got into a fight today and fractured his hand. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But anyway, I guess everything happens for a reason. I believe that. I ran into her outside of my home. It was just like she was right around the corner. She saw me. And my oldest daughter, my middle daughter, seen it was like, oh, there's my auntie. I was like, oh, because me personally, I was like, oh, that can't be her. That's not her. Then I looked again. I was like, that is her. So she rolled down the window, of course. She was like, hey, how y'all doing? Whatever. I said, she asked about how the kids were, and she asked about my son. I said, he's at home. He just got into a fight today. Yes, he did. And he hurt his hand. At the time, I didn't know it was fractured. Let's go back to that. I didn't know. I just know he hurt it really bad. He kept saying it was hurting really bad. And she was like, okay, well, let me come over and see him. Now, I don't have a problem with her seeing her niece and nephew. Never have. We know how a narcissist family is. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them. But I knew at that moment she didn't want to see him. I've never been the type of person to keep my children away from them to a certain degree. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not out here running to drop them to them and all that. I'm not with that. But she asked, and I said, okay. And like I said, they hadn't seen her in God knows when. And so she came over to my place, and she came in, and when she came in, she was like, oh, she had never been around here. Never been to my new environment. That outside of being with the narcissist. She knew where I stayed before. She had been to my home before, when I was with the narcissist. But now that I've gone on from him, and separated from him, she's not been in my present environment, okay? So she came in and, she seen the baby and talked to him and everything. And she was walking around talking to me. And she looked at me and she was like, I'm so proud of you. That your apartment is amazing, which that gave me so much joy because, your sister. I told you before, I prayed for this place. I prayed it into existence. And also, this is also another thing that goes to the topic I'm talking about. Once you get a narcissist out of your life, blessings will roll in that you cannot explain. Because those blessings come in because the narcissist is not supposed to receive those blessings anymore. You think they're discarding you, you know what I mean? When they do this to you? No, it's happening really because you're about to get blessings they're not supposed to no longer get from you. Back to story time. Listen to your sister. So she came in, she did all this, and she said, she was telling me all this beautiful stuff. And then she was asked me if I had spoke to him. And I was like, we don't speak like that. I've seen him a few times, but we do not associate like that. You all know that, right? And she was like, well, you know what? I'm so proud of you, and you no longer needed that kind of mess in your space anyway. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, she was one of the siblings that wasn't always necessarily riding with the narcissist. She rode with him, if you understand what I'm saying. But she never was the type of person that was like, oh, he don't do nothing wrong. Like a lot of family members, you know what I mean, that ride with the narcissist hard to the core, right? Just ride or die. She was never really that auntie. You know what I mean? Because he does have quite a few siblings. So, I was thinking to myself when she was saying all this, of course I told her, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a long day coming. It's been a long day coming, right? And just to hear her say that, which I already knew that, you know, it was like, wow, I got to talk to my family about this, because when I was going through it and I was being, you know, I had been discarded by the narcissist, and I thought it was the worst day of my life and days of my life, I didn't understand the bigger purpose of it. I knew that he did it because of who he was, of course, and I found out who he was. But I always looked at it from my own personal view. I'm sure you do too. Like, why did this happen? Or why did I deserve this? And you can't see the outside, you know, the forest for the trees. But now looking at everything full circle, that's why I'm talking to you and you, I realized that the discard of me was the start of me. I'm going to say that again. The discard of me was the start of me. And you all will see that if you haven't already seen it. I promise you, you'll get a breakthrough. God will show up, no matter what you believe God to be. You know how I feel about that. Will show up in your life and show you that these things are happening because you are a wonderful person. And this person no longer, I'm not going to allow this person no longer to do this to you. I'm taking you to a better place of your life and bigger and better things that you can't even imagine. Right? This person cannot go with you. So the discard, you think that you got discarded? No, I had a part to do with that. The discard was all about getting this person out of your space so I can do what I need to do for you. Whether that be God, the universe, Jehovah, God, whatever you believe in. Trust me when I tell you it's real. And another thing I thought about too, fam, is this. When you're going through the discard and everything, and you're in confusion and you don't understand why they chose you and why they did all this other stuff. I told you before, they do that because you are a phenomenal source of supply. They've seen that about you from the beginning. Even though, you know, we know they go to low-line supply, but we're the biggest source of supply when you're positive and you try to do the best things you can do for a person. Something hit me. It's like, wow, well, of course it's supposed to happen that way. Because see, a lot of times people like us, we're a rarity. I'm not saying we're better than anyone else. But empathic people, people that love strongly, we're a rarity. It's like saying, you can go outside every day and see birds. All kinds of birds. You might even see what do you call it? That's like penguins. You ain't seen no damn penguins. Pigeons, right? But how many times do you go outside and really see an eagle? Think about it. Because it's rare that you see something like that. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing regular stuff every day, like I said, birds, any kind of birds, you see that every day and you don't think twice about it. But when you see something so grand like an eagle, you want to either not capture it like in a cage, but capture it with your phone or capture it in your memory because it's something rare that you don't ever see. It's the same thing the narcissist did to us. We were a rarity to them. Something they seen like, wow, this is something that you don't see every day, right? So that's a lot of reason why they do that to us. Let me tell you that. I had to drop that jewel on you. But back to what I'm talking about with the discard. Everything that they've ever done to you is going to always come back. We know that. Like I said, I'm always tell you that no matter if I repeat myself 20 times. I said it. It's coming back on a no good for nothing spider sandwich eating bastards. And I said it. YouTube, don't block me. But the discard is not about them anyway. It's for you. Because there's something else that's supposed to happen in your life. You're going to another chapter that this person is not supposed to go with. This person doesn't even deserve the blessings that's coming your way. So a lot of times when you say, oh, I got discarded, I don't understand why, and I don't get it. Because we don't. We really, really don't. It's painful as shit. But later on, you'll say, you know what? I'm so grateful for that because now that I'm in a different space, there's no way in hell I would even want to take that type of grime and dirt and uncomfort and unhealthiness and unpeace with me. So when the narcissists think they got a leg up on you because they discarded you, no, you did me a favor. I've said that in my other videos and I'm going to keep saying it. They did you a favor because you are such a rare individual and you're so wonderful and beautiful and phenomenal. I believe that. That when it's time for people like that to get their blessings, they can't go with you. And a lot of times, like I said, we think it's us. It's not us. It's the time is up. The season is up. Now it's time for you to reap the good things and leave behind the negative things. And that's a no good for nothing bald-headed narcissist. Talking about a damn eagle. Everybody's bald as an eagle. And I said it, YouTube, don't blind me. The narcissist did not discard you in vain. It was all for your purpose. I promise you that. You got a new season coming, baby. You got new gifts coming. And that piece of shit cannot go with you where you're supposed to go. Because if you take them with you, it would never be a blessing because you'd be taking the same shit with you to your new situation. And the cycle would never end and you would never be able to enjoy it. And that is what the real thing is. You trust your sister. Listen, I wouldn't lie to you. I love you so much. Bye.